Now, you know, as a goddess obsessed with all things that glitter, I like to imagine that just perhaps we see the true value in what glitters like gold to also be things that glitter with the fleeting beauty of life, like these fish. I mean, if you really think about it, goldfish, oh man, and then think about betta fish. Oh, or the iridescence that you see caught up in a bird's wing or reflected on even the back of a dung beetle. All of those things are so shiny and beautiful. I think that we only like gemstones more so because, you know, they happen to stick around for a little while and don't exactly swim away from you. At least, well, you know, maybe that would actually be more interesting if your money literally swam away from you. But that sounds like a headache. In any case, hello everyone, and welcome back to our adventures as a goddess of loving glittering gold here in Reus 2, which we're still getting used to, which is fair to say because there's a lot to still get used to, and I just noticed that the little boundaries for this village are a cute little boat. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. And also slightly concerning because it does make me highly aware that there's only one little chunk of territory differentiating between our two villages, the arid wilds oasis, which I do want to give a new name to in a little bit here, and Wooddale on the Sea, which is also going to get a new name. Come on, we need to at least try to sneeze a little more originality into that. Dude, was that guy just setting up a cool little stall? Oh, that's awesome. He is! He's setting up a little merchant stall, and we're shipping money. I'm beginning to wonder if my values as a goddess might be misplaced, or if I just need to teach my people. When I said I like gold, I meant goldfish, right? And also maybe gold, but goldfish. So I feel like I possibly need to do a better job at guiding the morals of our people. And we also need to watch out for... Come on, Wooddale Shrines, Wooddale on the Sea. Come on, everybody. We're going to work on possibly giving you a little bit more individual identity today. Or maybe that just drives further wedges between our people that will lead to war. But I guess we'll have to see. And for now, we're actually going to be taking on some real challenges, like inspiring a project, pardon me. I was looking at the city request as well, and it got me a little distracted because we have Goddess Village. Have a prosperity of 15 at least, so I need to remember what prosperity does, and have more wealth than the merchant. Interesting. So for completing your first 3 level 2 requests, you'll gain 1 draft challenge. I have a feeling I'm going to be the kind of goddess who, just because I like the glitter of gold doesn't mean I like the mathy part of it. And I think I could totally see myself just sitting there watching my goldfish swirl around in a pond, being like, that's nice, yep, all right, I'll do that, that's right, I'll totally remember the important thing you just told me that has to do with numbers. And then we also have the Huntress Settlement. Have a population of 3 with 2 animals within the borders for that city's request. Well, they're not exactly going to be generating a lot of income without anything. There are only like a couple seeds and a bit of grass and like some dusty rocks away from literally living in this arid wilderness. In fact, why don't we go ahead, and now that we're sort of looking everything over again, I kind of think that it would be useful. I really want to be able to terraform the planet with like maybe some mountain ranges. Expanding the planet would be so cool. But let's actually add a little bit more to the desert right here. And then I kind of want to add... The forest is really tempting, but believe it or not, I think I want to go ahead and after the desert is done being added, I might want to add in more ocean on this side and we'll work from there. I'm sure that terraforming everything else later and possibly destroying entire ecosystems totally won't be something we deeply regret. Also, I'd love to watch this. Arise, my little... What? Oh, did I already do it? Oh, well. Arise, my little rocks. And then let's see. So apparently oh, that's right, because the earth giant actually brings in swampland. Or no, that's forest. And then the water giant create ocean, create forest, create a sanctuary. And then rainforest, and creek. Oh man, I'm so excited to see all the things we can do. But I think for now, I actually want to come over and I want to try to bring a bit more ocean to this side. So we're gonna bring in more water on this side, and we'll come back and see how the whole planet looks as we finally add just a light layer of, you know, actually having a bit of a biosphere. Maybe somewhat of a sustaining atmosphere would be a good idea. Ooh, look at that! Pearl Lagoon! Look, we even have some deep ocean water right here! Oh, wow! I love how they have different names. Giant Dune? I don't know if that's a very giant dune, but you know, you do you. And then this one is called Wooddale. I would really love to be able to like rename the different biomes because that could be quite fun. Then we have Southern Reef, Southdale, the Arid Wilds, and Pearl Lagoon. All really cool. Let's see. And I'm going to give the Wooddale Shrines some animals that they can hopefully work with. They also want to have more population. So, if they have forest, and the stoats will bring in more gold, rabbits will bring in more of the food, and then if we were over in the desert, the Jeroba, would, if they were next to minerals, would bring in more food. So the bunnies, I think the bunnies are just kind of normal, but the stoats will actually give us a lot of gold if they also happen to be next to one other critter biome. So, the SANDCAT would need to go. Okay, so I suppose we just know where we're going to need to start then. Oh wait, I guess we can, wait, we can have a SANDCAT too? Oh my gosh, that would be really cute. Mineral, so if they're next to a mineral in the biome, SANDCAT, at least one other critter in the biome. I wonder what we should go with then. Maybe we'll go with the Jeroba. And I wonder if they could be connected to like a mineral that would be right over here, or if, I guess the mineral that's in the ocean isn't exactly going to help the little desert dwelling rodents. But you never know, you never know. So we'll go ahead and kind of experiment with this just a touch. Then maybe put in some minerals next to these little friends. That would be in the forest. Ooh, maybe some mossy stones. Ooh, I need to remember that every time we add things in, it adds in the eons as well. So maybe we'll hold off on that. And now we'll put in maybe some bunnies. How about that? And we only have like one more thing before the humans develop and go into a new era soon. So we want to be very cautious about that. Also, hang in there, little bunnies. But at least that will possibly help the population to grow. And inspire a project. When presenting you with a challenging request, a city will also suggest a project. So we want to go see what their inspiration is in us as the goddess of glittering goldfish at this stage. And then we're going to see what kind of project they want to take on, eh? We want to start a new project here in Arid Wilds Oasis, but we seek inspiration. Where should we look? A cat temple? What? Oh my gosh. So if there are 2 to 3 cat biotica on the planet, then we will have a whole bunch of mystery and then a whole bunch of food. Gem Seeker if there are 2 to 4 gem biotica within the borders. Overseer would be if there are 2 or 3 element biotica in the borders. And then ocean mineral would be the merchant pier. I think we should go with the cat temple. That sounds really cool. So I think we need to have at least 2 or 3 of the cat populations here in the planet. Eureka! We'll build a cat temple. Oh my gosh, did my planet just grow? The planet just expanded with this project. There's some sort of metaphor inside of there that I adore. What do you mean? Buy bonus eons in the planet shop? I have a goddess shop? Are you kidding? Okay. All right. Interesting. In the planet shop, I could sacrifice my population of my people. Oh. Wow. The things we can do as a goddess, huh? You can spend your population, technology, and gold to collected to buy extra tools for your planet. Oh, it's not consumed from humanity. Good. I thought for just a second there we had pivoted quite a bit to a different kind of godhood, including godhood the game. And the cat temple seemed a little dubious, but since that apparently isn't the case, and instead we just get some credits for being a good goddess. Let's see. So it looks like we have to unlock a whole bunch of other things, but right now we can at least extend the eons so that the current era will last a little bit longer. If we go ahead, I'm going to spend some more gold then. Fingers crossed we'll be able to keep that going for a bit longer too. And then perfect planet, spend all your eon and complete the planet. A planet is completed once all the eons have been spent, or when you want in free mode. Prosperity is the final measure of how successful your planet was. Try to get as many of the following as possible: completing the Challenger quest in your era, completing the Villager quest, and raising the prosperity. The more you achieve, the more new things we will unlock for our goddess powers in the future. I like it. And then complete a level 2 quest. Keep the fundamentals of our powers in Reus 2 in mind. Use the symbioses for best yields. Apex biotica are stronger than other biotica, and use the project efficiently to create harmony between nature and the humans. Interesting. Okay. So that in mind, I think we need to work on those SANDCATs then, because clearly we have a SANDCAT temple now, right? So we need at least one critter in the biome with these little SANDCATs. And critters would count as these itty bitty little friends we have here. This would be a food booster. They provide food. So we're gonna have a burrow for our Jerboa. There we go. We're gonna have a little burrow for them right over here, I think. And then we'll put down a SANDCAT right over here. Oh boy. I guess that's gonna make the final era. Okay, I wonder if I should change my mind, but I think we gotta do what we gotta do. Oh boy. I wonder if I should have done something a little differently. Kitties! Hi! Wow! So if there's at least one critter somewhere in here, then it will also count. There's also the micro slots. They're cats who are also predators, and they have fur. And apparently all of those things are traits that we can actually expect to see help unite with other bits and bobs of the planet. Oh my gosh, they're all meowing. In order to help everybody thrive and grow. Wow, okay. Well, have a prosperity of 15, have more wealth than the merchant is what the goddess village wants to do. And then the huntress settlement really wants to have like more population too. Let's try putting down some sand kitties over here. Is this empty? Okay, right over here. Because I think the cat temple, maybe they'll export some of their cats from the desert, chasing down these little jerboa. Speaking of which, I really want to double check, like, where are jerboa native to? I feel like I need to know more about them. They are native to the arid regions of North Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, and Asia. So you can find them sprinkled throughout China, Mongolia, like Morocco, Egypt. Wow. Okay. They're adapted to survive harsh environments with their unique hopping locomotion and other specialized features. The time has also come for a new era. It is apparently the era of the bouncing rodents and of SANDCATs. That's really cool. And it looks like the SANDCATs are actually providing a lot of extra benefit to the people who happen to live here because they're providing a lot of gold, possibly through everybody worshipping them and throwing coins at them. All right, new era. So, select your first era from options unlocked by humanity. So let's see. Humanity advances to the next era, but not without particular inspiration or goals in mind. An opportunity for you to focus on improving their prosperity. So we can have the era of calm settlements, help humanity settle at your own pace. Interesting. And that would be if we had, oh, I see. So we would need to have for this one, no effects. The calm era would have no additional effect. And then grow humanity any direction you'd like. Wow, there's a lot of options here as a goddess. We could also move on to the Iron Age, which would be kind of like a bit of a medium challenge. And we need to have one city with at least 3 technology and 2 minerals within the borders in order to do that. And there's different levels of the era that we would have to be able to achieve those 2. We would unlock the iron bicotium. So I'm just going to say the iron elements, maybe. We would have the Great Forge. The goddess builds the Great Forge, which multiplies science of all minerals within the borders. And we could also have, oh, I see. So these, I think, are all the things we've like unlocked so far. There's also the Monument Age. The merchant feels it. Civilization on this planet starts with them. In honor of the merchant, the whole city is preparing to build a great monument. Great for them, at least. So we can actually go ahead and start construction of a monument. It gives gold for each city on the planet that is smaller than the merchant city. And then that will build up prestige for that city. That's so interesting. And then if we can build it up even bigger, you'll get different types of quest. And the Neolithic Revolution we would also have available. That's so interesting. Okay. The Great Forge, I think the monument is kind of like our thing, and it also will allow us to have in the merchant city kind of be feeling a little bit of that pressure to make something happen with those glittering gold clownfish and actually leave a mark in history. And also, they're not the ones with the cat temple, so I kind of like that already there's a little bit of friction across the southern reef. They see another city building up a temple to cats. That's not cool. Maybe they're dog people. Like they're gonna want their own monument to themselves. So let's see. 1 out of 3 prestige. Build up prestige for this historical city. Help the merchant create a monument for the ages. The merchant has 13 gold, 2 elemental biotica. Let's see. Give this era a gilded frame with massive prosperity. The merchant has 40 prosperity. I don't know if we could handle that. I have no idea if we're going to be able to pull that off, but I kind of like the sass of it. Let's try it. Woo, okay. Our cities, like everything got bigger again. What? Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna dive on in, and basically we're being warned to go ahead and make sure we kind of poke around and try to understand what we're doing just a touch. And then what's this? Border expander. Wooddale on Sea can control a bigger area. I think one of the first things they would want to control is giving themselves a little bit of a new name, because I have a feeling that they're sort of feeling a little bit challenged to the people across the way. So maybe we're going to call this Gold Glitter Reef. Or how about Gold Glitter Harbor? That seems good. There we go. So now our goal here for the first level of a Monument Age is to have 13 gold pulled in, which they already do. Look at them upgrade everything! Look, and they're building the monument in the background. That's so cool. And then we also want to go ahead 50 eons to complete a monumental city. And the merchant needs to have 2 element biotica within their border. Interesting, interesting. Okay. There's also all sorts of other things we can work with them, like emblems and inventions, trade routes. Currently, the city has a construction site. ×2, so 30 gold for each tribe that has less prosperity than this tribe. And Gold Glitter Harbor will get a buff as a result. And they're also resourceful, so they will get 8 extra gold for each mystery within their borders. Oh boy. This is so much fun. Alright, so let's see what Gold Glitter Reef wishes for. We want to start a new project here in Gold Glitter Harbor, but we seek inspiration. Where should we look? So should they become gem seekers? If there are 2 to 4 gem biotica within the borders, they'll be quite happy. Should they become the merchant pier if there are ocean minerals within their borders? Or the trade post, where if there are 2 to 4 distinct biotica, they have a base gold. So basically, I think they should be gem seekers. Are you kidding? Have you seen the shiny gemstones of agate we have in the waves? Gem seekers all the way. Eureka! Oh, it's so little! Ah, so be it! I wish to see this gem seeker, like, grow. So we need to get more gem biotica within their borders, and that might just actually lead to something quite interesting happening. And we also want them to have a little more prosperity than everybody else has in basically the whole world. And now they have less gold because I think they spread their borders a little bit. So let's actually come over. Where are my beautiful gemstones? The moss agate counts as gemstones. And that's a plant booster right there. They could have moss agate here, outside the city territory, inside the city territory. What about the ocean gemstones again? Can we get a draft? The ocean's already max rank. Interesting, because we could get ideas for new biotica that we could add in, which I also find to be quite fascinating. The coral rock gives us technology. The agate actually counts as... Where am I? Biotica over here. Interesting. So I think we want more agate, maybe? But the agate's already there, and then we have a whole bunch of the clownfish that are bringing in some gold. I kind of feel like the bedrock, if it's next to a plant, actually it gives us a little bit too. You know what? Maybe we'll just go for some of this moss agate. Quite shiny, quite sparkly, and you guys know how much I love moss, and we'll see how that works out for us. I love seeing the connection to everything. And if it is next to a plant, it will actually bring in even more gold. So we might come over and visit with our good friend, the swamp elemental. And why don't we go ahead? And blueberries will actually have a huge boost to their like food availability if they happen to be next to a plant. So blueberries and moss it is. From there, we shall create the wealth and riches for the foundation of quite the monumental city. Green gems, rich ground, all come to play together. Apparently those things are... Oh wow, apparently they're doing really well together, actually. Wow, look at everybody! That's a lot of prosperity, I think. Cool! Does that give you guys, like, all the money you needed? Are you still working on the money? They need 12 more gold within their borders for more wealth. And I wonder, so they're interested. So we have no border boosters. Use border boosters to motivate the city to expand further. Border boosters are available at the planet shop with level 1 technology. Oh my gosh. There's so much. It's so much fun. I guess we need to work on getting them to either have more technology or something in order to continue expanding. That's amazing. I wonder if their population expansion will help. Like, is that going to get them to grow bigger? Do they have that boost to their gold because of, like, yeah, so they get, they're bigger. They have more prosperity than any other tribe in the world right now. And then our goal is to try to make them as prosperous as possible. And in order to get them up to 13 wealth, we need to get them more gold within the borders. Wow. And I guess that would come and circle back around. So wanting to make sure that we're actually, we might not need as much technology then. We might actually want to toxic coral. And that gives us mystery. They do like mystery too. See, this is where it begins. This is where we begin to make our decisions that shall affect the fate of our people. Having to remember that, of course, here in the arid wilds oasis, we actually have what is now going to be known as the SANDCAT oasis. There we are. And we want to help them with growing and helping to thrive the cat temple as well too. So I think They are currently bringing in... Yeah, if we have like one more cat group, I think they'll bring in even more food. So we might even put a little bit of the Jerobas down there and allow them to adapt to the harsh wilderness. And how's our huntress settlement doing? I think that they're just kind of like relaxing. They don't have a lot going on over here right now, but woo! And the merchant town now wants to become more wealthy too. And I think that'll unlock more of like the drafts. Oh wait, ooh, okay. So we do have a biome rank, draft more to raise the biome. So I think we can actually draft for the forest or the desert. Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on. Look, being a goddess can be a little bit complicated, but look at that. Oh boy, the population is just shooting up on SANDCAT Oasis. We might actually end up with them like kind of pushing ahead of our little merchant town because they're celebrating SANDCATs. Oh, that's so much fun. I can't wait to see what we might be able to make happen for this little woodland that we still need to make sure they've got some opportunities for them to like grow and thrive as well. It looks like the swamp giant is definitely like he's got their back. Oh, and now we have oh, now they're gonna expand. Oh my gosh, this is gonna become so interesting. But all right, thank you all so much for joining us. I need to remember that apparently because it's a monument age, we do need to put a focus on being able to help the monumental city before the eons continue to pass. Oh, that's gonna be so interesting. And we'll have to see how our goddess powers continue to grow next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.